Hi, welcome to the .NET video tutorials. This is Abhi and you're watching part 1 of WPF tutorials video series. So this is the first video on WPF. So I'm going to talk about the WPF. This is just an introduction. So what is WPF? WPF stands for Windows Presentation Foundation. It is a powerful framework for building Windows applications. I will explain the features that you need to understand to build a WPF application. So in this tutorial, our primary focus will be on using WPF to create applications. You may know .NET can be executed on all platforms which have a .NET implementation, but the most common platform is still Microsoft Windows. So I have created some points for you. Basically, this is the requirements which you may need before running the WPF application. So the first requirement is the .NET Framework 3.0 or higher version. So if you have .NET 3.0 or higher version installed on your machine, then obviously you can use the application on your system. The second requirement is the operating system. You must have installed Windows XP with Service Pack 2 or higher version on your machine, then you can use the WPF application. The third one is the hardware requirement. Basically, there are no minimum hardware requirements for WPF. So the second point is that what are the advantages of WPF? The very first advantages of WPF is the appearance and behavior are loosely coupled. So first of all, what is appearance and behavior? Appearance is that where you create your controls like button, drop down list box, text boxes, and so on. So those controls are used to interact with user. So user is going to click on a button, going to put something in the text box. He has not to deal with the behavior. Behavior is nothing but the code behind. So if the user will click on a button, then what is going to happen? That is defined in the code behind file, and that is called behavior. The third is loosely coupled. So what I mean by that? Loosely coupled is nothing but actually this is a design goal that is used to describe the interdependencies between objects of a system. So actually if there are two objects and both are interlinked with each other, so currently I'm talking about the tightly coupled. So if there are two objects and both are interlinked the with each other, then if you are going to change one object, then you may need to change another objects. So in tightly coupled design, if two objects are dependent, then you will change an object, then often you will need to make changes in other objects too. So in detail, if I will say that a tightly coupled object is an object that needs to know quite a bit about other objects and are usually highly dependent on each other interfaces. Changing one object in a tightly coupled application often requires changes to a number of other objects, whereas in loosely coupled way, if you are going to change one object, then you need not to change another object. So this is called the loosely coupled way. So appearance and behavior both are loosely coupled. Second point from the advantages is designers and developers can work on separate models. Obviously, we have talked in a detail about the loosely coupled and tightly coupled model. So as we know that the WPF is loosely coupled, so designers can work on the design view and developers can work on the code behind file. So both are separate and anyone can work on their own. on work assigned. The third is graphical design tools can work on simple XML documents instead of parsing code. The fourth one is it's more flexible, so you can do more things without having to write or buy new controls. Actually, WPF is designed to provide a rich design to the user. So here, what do I mean by the buying new control and something like that? If you have worked earlier in the simple .NET Forms application, then you may need to, if you have required image button controls, there you may need to create the button yourself. So in the WPF application, if you are going to use a image button and text on it, then you can do this in a easily way. This is the button code for in WPF application. Through this you can create an image button. This is the code. Remember this is not a standard Windows control, so WinForms does not offer you this possibility out of the box. Instead, you will have to draw the image yourself, implement your own button that supports images, or use a third-party control with WPF. The fifth point from the advantages section is uses hardware acceleration from trying the GUI for better performance. So you need not to worry about the performance issues. So this was the introduction to the WPF. From the next video tutorials, I will show you that how you can use the different WPF controls and how you create an application using them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for the latest videos and updates. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.